That's all right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lunch Break with ATI. I am your host, Sam Arce, also known as Broadway Sam, and I am with my dear friend, famous director, straight from New York, but from Indiana.
This is true.
You're right from down the street.
I am from 96 in Meridian.
Michael Blatt. And welcome, Michael. This is just great. It was just almost like yesterday that we did this.
It was like 5 months ago.
That's
maybe?
right.
Yeah.
And this is part two.
This is part two.
So we are going to be talking all things Sunset Blvd, which you are directing. This is your fifth ATI show.
It's my fifth show, yes.
I'm almost thinking it's like Saturday Night Live. And I just saw recently in Saturday Night Live, and they were doing like some retrospect with like all the fifth, time directors. I don't have a jacket for you with the number 5.
Oh, I know. I should have some sort of...
Yeah, like the jacket.
Yeah.
I've got to come up with something. But the fifth time, and then all the fifth time directors come out, and we do this thing,
The cast comes out
right?
And
Right. Yeah. But we'll have fun anyway because we've got so much to talk about with Sunset, which is one of my favorite Broadway Andrew Lloyd Webber shows. I saw the original on Broadway with Ms. Glenn Close.
Yes.
Who is my Norma Desmond.
I think I saw it with Betty Buckley.
And then I did see it with Betty,
Yeah.
who I've met many times, and I absolutely love her.
Yeah.
And she's great. And then I saw it with Elaine Page.
Okay.
I did not see it with the other there was with
Diane Carroll.
Carol did it.
I think Faye Dunaway was supposed to do it. For
but originally, who one of the grand dames,
Patti
LuPone.
Yes.
I think she did it in California.
She did it in London.
In London,
Not California.
Not in California.
Yes,
that's right. It was in London.
Yes.
And of course, but see, to me, it was really definitely Glenn Close, who was not, and she would tell you, the best singer.
Right.
But she embodied the role.
She understood that Hollywood.
She understood
and the want and the how it makes her kind of go insane.
Right.
Needing to get back to Hollywood.
And this musical is based on the Billy Wilder movie.
Yes.
Which had William Holden and the incredible, iconic Gloria Swanson.
Yeah.
Which the line comes, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for your close-up.
And the musical really follows the movie pretty much moment for moment.
Yeah, Judy was here last week, and she encourages people to see the movie, which I think too. But what I think that Lloyd Webber does is he really takes the movie, but puts to the music in this way that is just so incredible.
I saw an interview with him, and each character has their own motif.
Yes.
And then also he plays with time signatures. So each person sings in their own time. So Max moves slower than Joe. And they all have their... they
have a tempo.
They have different tempos. So when they're doing a dialogue, there's lots of recitative where they sing and talk. They will have different... speeds to the way they speak. Someone might sing slowly to you and the other person answers fast, and it's very interesting how he put it together.
So you saw it with Betty, and
then I saw it with the revival with Glenn Close,
right?
And then I saw the crazy revival.
Okay, we'll talk about the crazy.
Yeah.
It
was cool.
It was really cool, and I'm going to talk about that. But so I then saw it again with the revival with Glenn Close.
Yes,
interesting. I met Glenn a number of times because I saw it a number of times the first time, and when I saw it again, I saw it with Glenn, and I was talking to her, and I said to her, I saw you so many times, and I'm seeing. She said, oh my God, she's you're aging yourself, But I met Andrew Lloyd Webber the first time. This is before I got involved with Broadway in the West End, and I tell the story, but I'll tell it rather quickly. Where I went to see. It was a Davenport production of Godspell in the day, and that's where I met, George Salazar and Telly Leung, who are friends of mine now. and during the day, and that night, Jesus Christ Superstar, which happened to be the first Broadway show I ever saw in 1972. Ben Vereen was in it. It was just an incredible show. Fast forward, they were doing Jesus Christ Superstar again, but it was the night before the opening of Evita, and it was going to be with Ricky Martin. And Andrew Lloyd Webber was at Jesus Christ Superstar. And I was having my Hamilton moment before there was Hamilton.
Right.
I was in the room where it happened, and I wasn't giving away my shot. And I saw Andrew Lloyd Webber, and I went up to him, and I was like, I'm never going to have this chance again. So I went up to him and I said, Lord Lloyd Webber, as I genuflected, I'm just a civilian, and, I had my my Sharpie and my playbill, and I said to him, this was the first show I ever saw, Jesus Christ Superstar, in 1972, and he said the same thing. You're just aging yourself. Fast forward, many years later at MJ, I met him again, and I told him, thank you for inspiring me, and I got involved, and he's wonderful. So to me, I have to say, I love this musical so much that my kids grew up, especially my daughter. She called it cleaning music, because on Saturdays
really?
I would have it blasting through all the speakers in my big house of Sunset Blvd, and my son Sammy knew it, even though he never saw it.
Right.
And he would hear it, and sometimes he would go out singing Sunset Blvd, the song.
I love that.
It is. It's a great show. And then later on, I'm involved with a show that we're developing called Super You with Lord's Lane, who's an incredible person that we're doing, and we were developing it in London. And I was working with a gentleman, Tom Francis.
Oh, yeah.
And Tom, he was at the time doing & Juliet on the West End, and he was in the new production of the Jamie Lloyd version.
Yes.
And so I had to go see him. Well, the night I went to see him, he wasn't in it. He just, for some reason, I was like, and I went to go meet the actors, and of course that was Nicole. And when we met Nicole, I saw a different version, interesting version. So you saw that version.
I went to see it 5 times. I thought it was super cool.
It did, and we brought it to New York.
Yeah.
So we're doing the original version. Tell me your inspiration.
We are. So we're kind of like, we're making it our own. So we're doing...
I love that.
Because it was the first it was in that time of mega musicals where, Cats and the chandelier falling,
Right.
the helicopter flying, and remember in the original production, the house rose.
Yes.
They did a scene underneath. So, those shows were all about big tech, big things. And so we're really kind of like putting the spotlight. We're really doing our close-up version of Sunset. And I think we're going to be able to, but we have some big surprises that are going to happen too. But I think we're going to be able to really hone in on Norma Desmond's plight. It was originally billed as a horror movie.
Yeah.
But if you look at it really, if you look at her, what she's going through, I mean, we all can empathize with her because, she's not even that old.
No, that is very true. Judy and I talked about it.
Right?
She started as a young ingenue.
And then she kind of, the business changed, and suddenly they have talking films, and the style changed to naturalism, and she was very heightened. So she just kind of got discarded. And that feeling of I created this thing, and now they're just discarding me, is something we all can identify with. And so I think we're really going to be able to see that more because there's less things happening. Bells and whistles and things. Even in the last revival, it was so amazing. They had that giant screen in the back, but that's really all you cared about was
right.
how cool is that? Oh, now he's singing down the street. That's really neat.
Yeah.
You didn't really think so much.
We're not obviously we're not using that version, but I think that could inspire you that you don't have to do all the big things to bring the show, and I think that's why that helped be a hit. But you don't have to use the Jamie Lloyd blood and all the things.
No,
I know.
We're not doing that.
That's a whole new meaning.
But we are using some projections,
right?
And so I'm kind of inspired by because I saw all 3 versions.
Yes.
And there's a little bit of something in each, and then also we're doing it with a smaller cast. So the whole opening sequence is really a really neat sequence where he goes back to the Paramount Studios and
I love that.
he's talking to all these different people. well, we have less people, so Carol and I are really trying to find a cool way to show the different people coming
And
through.
Carol, our wonderful choreographer, she will really do her most to make this an incredible, because dance was such a big part of Hollywood, old Hollywood, all along the way, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that's going to look like.
Yeah, so we got lots of surprises, and the cast is incredible. And Judy, of course, is Norma Desmond. And Judy and I have been best friends since high school.
I know.
And we played like opposite each other in our town. She was Emily and I was George.
You were roommates at one time, weren't you?
We were roommates in New York when she first moved to New York. So we have this long history together. So it's kind of like really a neat thing and really appropriate that I'm directing her in this giant show.
My gosh. If the incredible part about this is you are now coming back for the 5th time, and each time you get bigger, you're going bigger.
I like the
you're going bigger.
Titanic was a big show.
It was incredible.
It was a big show.
I have to tell you, everybody keeps talking about that show. It was an incredible night. And of course that was on at the Palladium.
Yeah.
What's really going to make this show nice is the intimacy. Because there's a lot of close-ups, there's a lot of things.
You really can get into it, and I watched the movie many times. I was just watching the other night, and so much of that film noir is about getting in really, really close, the angles, the shadows, and the heightened expressions. So in that little theater, you're going to really get to see all of that.
Now we have the other thing that's really neat is we have Judy, who plays Norma Desmond, and we have Don Farrell, another original founding member of ATI, playing Max. And that relationship is very important because Max is more than just her trusted manservant. You find out a lot more about his background of who he was and why he is who he is in her life.
He's a very interesting character, and we were talking, Don and I, last night. And I've known Don for like 20 years also.
Right.
But, what makes this guy tick? And why does he do the things he does? Because he's always kind of around.
Yes.
And he loves her.
Yes.
And he sacrifices
everything for her.
His whole life for her. So we were discussing, like, why does he do that? What's his backstory? And, I don't want to reveal.
No, we won't.
But it's really rich material. You can come up with so many ideas of why he's like that, who he is, what makes him that person, what director is he based on back then.
Yeah. We don't realize, but back at that time there were like the I think 3 studio, Paramount, Warner Brothers, and
MGM.
MGM, yeah. Were the big one.
Zucker was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, you could, and then the director,
Fox.
Cecil B. DeMille, Max von. They were the real. These were real people, and interesting enough, I know in your theater, having the Jewish background, that back then, the film industry was predominantly controlled by the Jewish.
It really was when the immigrants came over.
Yeah,
it really was a thing that Jewish people kind of created.
They did create
Broadway and Hollywood.
And yet, interesting enough, the actors and the people, it was not about that.
Though it was
they
really
did everything about it to not make it about that.
It was very important to like my grandmother came over in 1923, I think, maybe a little earlier. But it was very important to them to really become a part of American society and assimilate. And Irving Berlin wrote all those great Christmas tunes and a lot of patriotic tunes, but all these Jewish artists, Rodgers and Hammerstein, Lerner and Loewe, they really invented all these genres, and they were proud to be American and create these American art forms. And so built this. They were a little bit like they kept their identities a little bit hidden, also because of anti-Semitism at the time, but
and that's a shame.
that's what they, but they created these wonderful, Hollywood and Broadway.
Yeah. And so we're going to bring this to life. We have amazing actors. So it's not just Judy and Don. So tell me some of the other.
We have Luke playing Joe.
Okay, Joe Gillis, which is the male writer that, again, comes into her life.
Right.
That's a big deal.
And he's coming, I think he's from Texas. He's
Right.
coming in. Debbie Hill is wonderful. She was in my Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Right.
She's Betty.
Betty, right. And this is a very important role because this becomes the role where she is working with Gillis, Joe Gillis, but becomes that sweet, wonderful girl, but then to Norma, it's just, there's a little triangle there.
There's a little
right.
intrigue.
And then you have the other characters that are very important in these roles. You know?
we have a
Mr.
lot.
DeMille,
Mr. DeMille comes in there, so
Yeah.
and then the Eric Olson's playing
Right,
Mr. DeMille.
right.
And then
Terrific
Keith
actor.
Potts is
Yeah.
involved in the ensemble, and Pete Scarborough, and I'm gonna last names I'm gonna be bad with.
Yeah,
just
that's
met
okay.
someone last night. We have Megan and Brooklyn in the ensemble, and we have Scott, who was in Titanic.
Right. You have an incredible cast.
It's a really incredible cast. So, and they all play a ton of roles. The show was originally probably written for at least 25 characters, 50. The original Broadway was
and
like
who's your
50
music
actors.
director on this one?
Ginger.
Ginger,
Who also did Titanic.
Titanic, and Ginger is wonderful.
Wonderful. So we've been working a lot. We've been talking a lot and figuring stuff out. It's not easy music.
No.
Andrew Lloyd Webber said he purposely didn't write in time signatures for things, so it switches every
again,
measure.
tempos of the actors. And everything. And it is big.
It's a big. It's a big little show because a lot of it is just Joe, Norma, and Max. There's a lot of times where it's just the three of them, but then there's these huge numbers where it opens up, where they go to the studio, where then it's just like thousands of characters.
Now let me share this, and I, being in Lucky Stiff, this was such a wonderful experience. But how quickly this comes apart. So last night was your first
rehearsal.
First rehearsal,
and they learn most of the music.
Right.
And then tonight we're gonna start blocking.
So that meant last night, everybody didn't come in cold. They had their scripts. They kind of were warmed up to things. You already started vocalizing kind of as a group. Now you're going to block. You've already been working on this.
I already, beforehand, everything's written out.
Right. You had, probably a lot of the background stuff, staging and things.
Right. I have the scenic plot.
The scenic plot, so you can kind of get. And you're working in the studio, and everything's kind of taped off, so you kind of everyone knows where things are working.
Yes.
So you only have how many days to get this done?
We only have until next Thursday.
Right.
Because that's when the designers come to watch it. So it's basically a week and a half to put it all together. Then the designers come. Then we can, make it better. But really, by next Thursday, it has to be
right, because you'll be in tech. You'll be in tech.
Well, that's the first time. Remember, they watch the show, and then we have like 2 more days in the studio, and then we go into the space.
Right.
So it's really, really, really quick. But these are all.
But you thrive
pros.
on this, yes.
Yes.
This is not like Broadway in the West End where they have months of it, and it is incredible how much work. And all the way up, when we were at Lucky Stiff, we lost because of the storms. You won't have that.
Oh, yeah.
And what we were able to create and do, and I can just imagine what you're going to be able to do. And I'm so excited about that. And I'm excited because you are so talented.
Well, thank you.
And I know you came all the way from New York, but you love it because you're coming.
I did. It's fun.
Coming home.
It's fun to come home. It's fun. I get to stay with my mom.
I know.
So get to see friends and
Mom,
drive past my high school.
But you didn't get home. Well, let's see, Passover. It was.
You
didn't even get the tail end. Yeah.
The tail end.
Yeah. All right. So
I came on Sunday.
All right. So you had one Seder with her.
No.
She had already done.
That's already over.
Yeah. A little matzah left over or something.
A little bit.
A little. No brisket left. Nothing.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. but she was happy to see her boy.
Yeah, so
Well,
so
that's
that's
good.
been fun, and it's always great to come back here. And I've been here 5 times.
I know.
So ATI's
You're the
been
five-timer club.
Amazing, and it's been an amazing place for me to grow as an artist.
Yeah.
And have a place to come back to and
Well,
do my
and so
craft.
tell me, so in New York now, you're doing some amazing things.
Yeah, so I started this theater. It's called Little Red Light Theater.
Very excited about
and
that.
it's a Jewish LGBTQ plus theater. And we've really grown. This fall we had our first off-Broadway show. It's called Fixing Frankie, a new musical.
Yeah, it got very good reviews.
It got really good reviews, and it was really exciting. And what's really cool, Austin Colburn, who was one of the younger people in the cast, just made his Broadway debut last night in Two Strangers Carrying a Cake.
Yes,
So
I have a lot of
super-
friends on that are co-pros
so
and people.
we're
It's
really,
a great
really
show.
proud. Like I feel like a proud papa for that, because we gave him his first job in New York. But now we're starting to become a nonprofit. We have a new executive director.
I know.
Marie LaFerrara.
Well, interesting enough, 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon. So like Judy and you have been besties. Marie and I are besties, and you and Marie went to NYU together, and you were friends. And interesting, I was talking to her last night, and even today, and I said to her, I'm going to be with Michael today, and you guys are doing some amazing things together. And she's here, and I said to her, gosh, I'm going to be with Michael today, and you guys are doing some interesting things, because she finished her time at the York. And
then we also have an associate artistic director named Rochelle Seskin, who was one of the producers of Fixing Frankie. So that's really exciting. And then we're forming a board, and we're doing lots of, doing the stuff, trying to make this theater happen. We've really been developing new musicals. We just did a cabaret last Friday at the Green Room, where we had 7 new musicals, and then we're going to try to maybe develop 2 of them in the next few years or so. So it's really cool. It's really exciting to do that.
Let me see if I can. There we go.
She's-
Oh, there she goes. Hey, Marie.
Hello?
Hi. Guess who I'm here with?
Hi, Marie.
I don't know, Michael Blatt.
It's Michael Blatt. How you doing?
Hi, Michael.
We're on camera, Marie.
I'm
We're-
excited for you in Sunset Boulevard.
Thank you.
So, Marie,
Going.
we were just chatting. They're already in rehearsals. My gosh, he's blocking today.
Oh, wow.
It's a quick
You're way
process.
faster than me. That's amazing.
Well, we were just saying that he's so excited having you join the theater, and we wish you could
Oh,
come out and
yeah?
see the show.
I wish I could. I mean, honestly, I really wish I could. We're so excited with what's going on with Little Red Light, and we're excited to be working together again after many, many years.
Many
in
years.
College.
Yeah.
Many years.
Well, I was telling him, it's 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon, because he
Oh, yeah.
and Judy have been besties, and they, they're roommates, and they've known each other for years, and you and I have been friends for years, and we're this triad together.
And
so-
Marie
Yeah.
knows Judy.
Yes,
'Cause
I know.
we-
Well, Judy and I talked about it last week.
So long.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. Well, that's the magic of theater, is that everyone knows somebody somehow in some way.
True, yes.
And and I realized that today Michael's a 5-timer. I didn't have the jacket for him like the 5-timers Club of Saturday Night Live, but we are so excited, and congratulations on everything you guys are doing together. But thanks for lending him out here.
Thank you.
So
Thanks, Marie.
Of course, you got it, and I'm so excited. The show's going to be incredible.
well,
I mean, Michael's work is incredible in the theater. One day I will get there, but I hear nothing but amazing things, and really, I'm just so happy for you guys, and I'm really excited to. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna hop a plane, but anyone local should definitely get their tickets now, because Sunset Boulevard's incredible, and I just know with Michael's vision and talent, it's gonna be like nothing you guys have ever seen.
well, thanks, Marie.
Thanks, Marie.
We love you. Okay, talk to you soon.
All right.
Keep doing what
Bye.
you're doing.
Take care.
God bless. Talk to you
All right.
later. Bye-bye.
Take care, y'all. Bye.
Well, I want to just say, as always, break a leg. I'm here to support
Thank
you.
you.
We'll be doing more. We'll be supporting the cast. I'll be there for opening night and many of the nights, and hopefully get a chance maybe one day to peek in and rehearsals. And
Cool.
but yeah, anything we can do to support you and make your stay better. And we want to just say, Sunset Boulevard will be April 24th through May 10th. So get your tickets now. In fact, the final day will be on Mother's Day. So, I mean, what a great way to celebrate Mother's Day in seeing Sunset Boulevard, an amazing cast, Broadway in your backyard. It is just going to be an incredible show. I mean, Andrew Lloyd Webber, Judy Fitzgerald as Norma Desmond, Don Farrell as Max, and this incredible cast. We've just got so much here, and a 5-time director from New York doing stuff off Broadway, one day Broadway. You know?
Hopefully.
That's right. That's right. And not only has he been a director, but you've also acted, so you know what it's like.
Yes, yeah.
You've been on both sides. So I
Yes.
think that's why you're so successful, because you really understand. And then with the choreographer and who's the assistant stage manager on this? Is it
Ian.
Ian?
Yeah, I can't remember anyone's last name right now.
And
Ian's the first time I'm working with Ian.
And who's the stage manager? Is it Ken?
Nina.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have such an incredible team here at ATI, and I just want to say that we appreciate, and get your tickets now, and for the upcoming season, which we announced, again, the tickets are available on sale. Remember, our next show, this Sunset ends our season, but we pick up in September with Never Can Say Goodbye. That's the Beehive Part 2, the 70 Beehives musical. Then we round Halloween, starting in October 23rd, Little Shop of Horrors, an incredible show, currently off-Broadway, just killing it. And then we go to the show that we did in our lab series here, that we've originated, which was the Maltese Falcon musical, which you directed the original lab series. The reading.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's an incredible musical. And we end with a Little Night musical, which is Sondheim. And I played it last week, a little bit of Judy singing Send in the Clowns. We have our gala coming up. There's just so much happening at ATI Actors Theater of Indiana. We are a non-for-profit, just like yours, so we appreciate everyone supporting us through ticket sales, and the City of Carmel through our grants, the Crystal DeHaan, but we do need your support, so we thank you for everything that you do. So get out there. It's beautiful out. There's so much to do in Carmel. Sunset Boulevard. Michael, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy your time.
Thank you.
And, any special places you want to go to see? Do you go to the Cake Bake Shop, or what's your go-to places while you're here?
Like food places?
Yeah, food places.
Oh, I'm so terrible with that.
Yeah.
I go to this place in Keystone Crossing, Mr. B's or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I've got eaten there a lot.
All right. And moms. Did
Mom.
mom make you food?
Yeah, we like to go out. We'll
Yeah,
go out
oh,
to
all
eat.
right, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
and see friends, of course.
Yeah.
On your little off time, because you do most of your rehearsing at night.
Most rehearsing that night, so I don't really go out that much.
Yeah,
I'm
you
kinda like
gotta
a
work.
shut in.
Yeah, shutting in. That's the theater.
That's the theater. It's
Right.
true.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to. Can't wait to opening night, and we're gonna have a great opening, happy opening, a party after, and looking forward to it.
Great, thank you.
So thank you so much. And with that, thank you for being here for this episode of Lunch Break with ATI. I'll see you next week. Sam Arce, also known as Broadway Sam, with Michael Blatt, 5-time director. There'll be a 6th.
Yes.
Hopefully a 7th. We'll continue. This
Yes,
is a great...
we shall continue.
We shall continue. So thank you, my friend.
Thank
All
you.
right. Hey, God bless you.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, we're out. See you next week. Have a great day.